Hey everybody! Today we're so excited to have Marie Mack, who's honestly like a freaking badass. I was just talking to her about the fact that she used to be a Black Hawk helicopter pilot and she's gone to like 45 national parks, which honestly, in my opinion, is like just a chink in the armor anyway, because I don't know if anybody else has been to that many national parks. But I feel like it's very probably a healing thing in general anyway for your life, I'm sure. But she is the co-founder of POP, which is powerful online partnerships, which is really, really cool. Leveraging, partnerships inside of the entrepreneur space and really, I would say essentially help your business grow and scale in a dominating, amazing way, but also like not in the fact that like it's excluding the collaboration piece. We're not in competition. We're inviting people in. It's making it a lot better of an environment. This is something that I think is trending all over the place. So I absolutely love that this is what you guys are doing, but in a more, I would say, strategic fashion and in a very streamlined way. And I absolutely can't wait to like talk to you more about it because I've only gotten little bits and pieces. So I can't wait to find out more. But thank you so much for coming on the interview today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me chat about it. This is a passion for sure. I'm sure we'll have lots of good little nits and bits and stuff that come out as we chat.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me, I know you have a business partner, Anne Marie.
Yeah.
So how did this even get started? Like how long have you guys been working together? How did this even form? And I feel like it's something I feel like people are now paying attention to, but it wasn't really something people were paying attention to that long ago. So,
Like
what,
partnerships in general.
yes, like, and just like people are more like about themselves, especially in the entrepreneur space. So how did you guys dive into this?
Absolutely. So thanks for asking. Yeah, Anne Marie and I started working together 5 years ago. So I started in partnership somewhere around 2018, 2019, when everybody was doing like summits and giveaways, and we were like gathering a whole crap ton of people. It was a really great way to get a lot of knowledge out there. And I found that I loved bringing the people together. And I'm an operations person. So I think about like, how do we gather all the contributors? How do we get all the content? How do we make sure the interviews happen? How do we make sure people are showcased correctly? And I found that the hosts that I was working with, they just wanted to talk to people. And so I was like, no problem. I can handle the back end. I was doing a lot of operations, loved watching it. Anne Marie joined my team because I was doing tons of different partnership calls. And to your point, maybe like 2020, 2021, I was getting on back-to-back partnership calls every 15 minutes and I was creating a partnership deal like fucking clockwork. It was crazy town. It was just like happening. And
Like a
I'm like, I can't
machine.
do this. I can't do this all day. And so I hired Anne Marie. She studied under me for about 6 months, and I basically created my own clone. Her name is Anne Marie. Um, so we worked together all the way up until 2024. She stayed in my business. We've been working together. She's been helping all of our partners. And then I was like, 24 was hard, like the year of 2024. And I'm just like, I'm kind of lonely. I don't know if I want to do this myself. I told Anne Marie about it. She's a wonderful friend. And she's like, well, what if we just do it together? And I was like, what if we do it together? Yeah. And so in 2025, I dismantled my past business. I aligned some of my different priorities, and I created powerful online partnerships with Anne Marie in the middle of last year. So we are not new to partnerships, but the partnership is newer. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And
I
that's
get
our
that.
story.
That's amazing. I love that. I love that you're like an operations person, but you also see the people connections because I do a lot of operations too, and I'm definitely like more front of house person that's operations, and I love that like you are not just like we are not in that like traditional like roles of things. It's like, oh no, like I'm an operations person, but I still like to do interviews and I still like to
Yeah.
actually be human and talk to people. So I absolutely love that. Um, so, what is the biggest thing that for you guys when you're talking about partnerships and like how this all kind of came together? Like, what is like the types of people that you serve? What are the big pivotal moments inside of this, which you would think is organic. It should be an organic thing that should just naturally happen, but you are
Mhm.
like kind of nurturing and guiding it along. So, like, who do you work with? Like, how does this all flesh out?
Yeah. So we love to work with online business owners. And I say that because usually it's authors, it's speakers, it's people who have some kind of expertise out there. They've got courses, but they have to have some kind of online component, which a lot of people probably you work with, I work that what they do.
Hmm.
The biggest thing is that they understand that partnerships is a layer inside of their business, right? We have business strategy. You guys do this super well, right? We got a whole business strategy on how we're going to build and scale business. And partnerships is one of those pieces. So we work with people who understand that already. They understand that they want to have a referral network. They understand that working with other businesses is really good. And when they do, then we can come in and we can help them build out all the pieces inside of it. So, how do we do outreach regularly? How do we do what we say we're going to do? Which is a huge thing in partnerships, right? We have
Yeah.
so many people out there who would just be like, yeah, I'll promote you, or yeah, sure, I'll do a thing. And they don't do what they say they're going to do. So we really lean on that training. And it's all about helping people feel more confident in creating visibility relationships. We're relationship driven marketers, right? Like, how do you have a conversation? How do you work together? And how do you increase your visibility by supporting some other business? That helps with reducing ad spend in your business. That helps with getting really great referrals that are out there. That helps to not have to do cold DMs. All those different things are mitigated by having a really great strategic partnership program in place. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. It makes a lot of sense. Actually, like I feel like you know, in parts of what we do in Brain Grenade are very similar in that sense, but not as I would say the level to which you guys take it. And I think that that's really, really awesome. Do you find that like people kind of have sort of forgotten how how to like interact in a partnership way when I mean they want it. They want to like create these relationships and these collaborations and they see
Yeah.
like the opportunity, but do you find that they kind of don't really know how to navigate that like at all? Like, do they have to get like almost like I have to say this like almost like brainwashed a little bit to like be
Yeah.
like we have
Come
to
back to the
reintegrate
dark
you.
side. Come back. Come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it is a lot of that because the biggest thing is people have been told for years and years, right? Use other people's audiences. You can make tons of money by just having somebody else promote you. That's not the truth, right? Like people
Mhm.
aren't just going to promote you because they want to. Like they have to have some kind of connection with you. There's a vibe. There is an intuition. We were talking about, like the little bit of woo. We tap into that. Like if you
Love it.
don't have a really great connection with somebody, you're not going to be a good partner because you're going to be like, I don't really want to do this. And we have to be open to what does a strategic partnership look like because it's not one size fits all. And that's the biggest thing is we want to help people expand past the launch swap thing, right? You email your list, I'll email my list and that's just sort of not that it doesn't have a place, but it's not the only thing we're doing. We're talking
Yeah.
about how can two businesses work together. You and I right now, we're doing an example of that, right? It's different. We're going to interview you, you're going to interview us, we're going to put it out there on social, and the whole point is for us to be able to expand our visibility by working together. It's not a launch swap where like I email my list, you email yours. And I think that that's the biggest thing. We do have to like retrain how people are thinking and think bigger and better and longer term because partnerships can be a long term, amazing way for you to expand your growth, but not if you're thinking short term. Not if you're like, today I need somebody to promote me so I can get a client tomorrow. That's not how partnerships work.
No, it's like a long game for sure. It's like you need the short game tactics to get like the immediate like influx of your income coming into your business so that you can like run sustainably, but at the same time it's like about creating those like invaluable things that I always kind of like think of it as like corporate America when you look at it in the long term. Like when you talk about partnerships in corporate America, you look at the same thing, right? It's like, how are they like being able to grow at exponential rates or whatever? It's not that because one company does all the things because they didn't, they have to have partnerships or collaborations or sponsors like with athletes. Like for example, like Nike. It's like Nike would be nothing if like freaking Jordan didn't start wearing their shoes. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So it's the same thing, and it is a long-term gain. And you have to look at it as a gradual build, but it will be a long, like almost like a longevity or sustainability piece. And it's like that core foundation that you need. Whereas like you can still have all these quick wins because maybe you are running like lower budget ads, or maybe you are just doing like pop-ups or events or things like that that are getting you some of these wins, but then even at those, like you can create these partnerships that can last forever, that can, when you're feeding them correctly, when you're actually nurturing them correctly, when you're actually like showing up and doing the things, you know? So I
Hmm.
think that that's like the biggest message is like a lot of people still have this, like, especially if you're starting a business or if you are stressed or if you have the negative emotions kind of coming in, it's like 2024, like totally relate. I think everybody, I don't know, random like had a really bad year in 2024. Like I know I did. Like there was a lot of stuff going on. And it's like everybody started to sort of be me, 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 like trying to survive. It was like survival
Mm.
mode got switched on. And not saying that I want to say like if you were one of those people, it's okay. Like that it happens. Like we all kind of we're human. You know, we default into a survival mode at times. But to be able to remove like I have to compete with this person, it's like why don't, instead of looking at that business, oh, that business is doing really well and I have to be in competition with them and like what am I supposed to do? It's like sort of like, okay, well, instead of looking at it like that, go like, okay, well, that business is doing really, really well. They don't do exactly what I do, but they have components of what I do. And what do I do that I can maybe approach them with that we can now have an exchange of services because now I'm helping them grow as well as they're helping me grow versus I can't keep up with them or I can't,
Yeah.
do that. So it's like almost like a mindset switch too
Yeah,
in
it's
a
like
lot of
looking
ways.
at the opportunity in every single conversation, relationship that you have, and then developing it a little bit. Like, hey, what if we did this? Or does this work? Um, I have Anne Marie's running it now, but I started maybe 4 years ago a group of JV managers, joint venture partnership managers. And I started it because I was like, why can't I just work with all these other JV managers who are supporting all these different clients and all of their different things? It exponentially increases who I can reach and decreases the amount of time. Because if I talk to one JV manager who has 5 clients, I can get my client to get all of that visibility. And if on paper, all of those people look like our competitors, every single one of them, they all have businesses that run exactly like ours for our done for you services. Um, and the funny thing is like they're also our besties. Like we switch all the time. Hey, a client came to me, I'm not the best fit. Either it's a vibe thing or they're looking for some other kind of support. My best thing for that person is to send them over to one of these other JV managers because I want that person to be taken care of. There's no ego in it, right? It's
Yeah.
about how do we get the visibility out there and how do we make sure that people are supported in the right way. And we have this also inside of our business. We have a membership program now where we help people come in and we give them all this knowledge. We give them all of our templates, all of our stuff. The done for you side, we now outsource to one of our other friends. And she's absolutely amazing. She wants to do done for you. She wants to do one for one on one. But that's how it is. Like, how do we see the opportunity in what we can both do, but what we actually want to do to grow our business? And that allows us to say no to the things that we don't want to do anymore, which I think can get like in a spiral, right? Like we have so many businesses that just say yes because somebody came to them. Well, what if I say no, not for me, but send it to somebody else and get a kickback for that? Like,
Yeah,
why would I?
exactly.
Yeah.
It's good math. It's like a
It's
win-win,
really good
right? Like
math all the way
it's the
around.
very good math. Plus you get to create these amazing relationships in business and then it's like this eternal cycle of feeding because like we have the same processes that we utilize inside of the agency. It's like, yeah, okay, we can't do that anymore or we can't fulfill on that, but somebody else can and it's like we refer out for that. And yeah, we do get the kickback and it's like how that works, and there's nothing wrong with I think there's so many things too. Like when I first was learning about partnerships, this was like a few years ago, where I had this like I don't know what it was, but it was like this assumption that like, oh, well, just because I'm getting a kickback, like it's not going to be seen as a good thing. And I was like, I don't know why I even had that mentality of like, oh, I'm getting a kickback or I'm
Getting
like, it's
money
the
is
same thing as
bad?
like
I'm
commission.
sorry. Wait, what? No.
Like, I was like, why is this bad? But I don't know. I had this like weird thing and thought process of it. And I was like, well, what if I don't send them enough people or what if it, but it's like, it's not about like the one for one. It's literally like, okay, well, how is it working? And you're right. Like, so many people think too, like if I'm like we promote other business coaches, like we do the same thing because not everybody wants to work with us, and we understand that we are not for everybody. If we were, we would be drowning. First of all, we don't want
Hmm.
to do that, and second of all, it's like yeah, we're not for everybody. We are very in your face. We swear a lot. We're a little aggressive, and we have fun with it, but we're not for everybody, and we're okay with that. And so, but if somebody else is doing very similar things to us and can help somebody else, or they're serving a slightly different audience than we have, like absolutely, it's like here you go. Like they're more at their beginning stage of business. This is that. We actually had a conversation with somebody the other day about that. Like they serve more beginning stage business owners, and we serve
Hmm.
more like at least 5 year plus business owners. So we're like, girl, you start with them, you send them to us when they're done, like, and it's sort of
Yep.
that eternal flow of that in essence, and then we send them to somebody else when they're done working with us. So and
Yep.
it's not to keep the consumer in debt. It's more just to be like, okay, well, how can we help them like when they're stuck, right? So who's going to be the person that's going to get them there the fastest and in the most aligned way and in the most purposeful way, and just kind of be able to relay out, because then your clients win too. Because then it's like they're not hunting around the internet trying to find the right thing. They come to you and they're like, this is who you need to work with, and it's not this guessing game of like, well,
Right.
can I trust them? Can they fulfill on the things? Which I'm sure you've seen is an epidemic in itself of people that promise things and don't fulfill.
Yeah.
So that's
It's one of the
amazing.
reasons why we do referral marketing is because you skip that whole step of validating the know, like, trust side.
Hmm.
You can skip the know part because somebody else already knows them, and now you can just get the introduction to like them, right? Like, cool, if we have a conversation and you like me, somebody else already vouches for the fact that I'm a good person, and that happens with any kind of referral partnership that you have. Like, referrals are gold everywhere
Yeah.
all the time. Like, that's how we run our business. That's how we find the right fit, is because people say, hey, you should know these people. And that's gold all the way around. Like, why wouldn't I do that? We don't currently we don't run any ads. We're not looking for cold outreach, because I have yet to find the end of my warm outreach. Because every person I talk to, I say, hey, do you know somebody who might be a good fit? Yeah, sure. Now I get two or three interests from every person. I haven't found the end of that yet over the last 8 years of doing it. So why wouldn't I keep doing that really beautiful, warm, relationship driven marketing? And it
Yeah.
feels really
I mean,
peaceful that
yeah.
way.
It is. It's so much more peaceful than ads. I absolutely
Yes.
love it so much more. And I mean, I'm not a fan of ads, so I totally understand that. And that's the same thing. It's like we work we work with our network. It's like, who do you know? How do you know them? And I think it bridges the gap of like not only the know, but the trust factor. Like if
Yes.
you're talking to somebody and you're like, okay, well, I know them. I know that this is what they fulfill. We've have proof here, like in this
Hmm.
in the
Hmm.
space of this is what they do. All it is then is like, do I like them and can I vibe with them? And if then
Yep.
that's a yes, then it just closes the gap and it makes it so much easier for everybody, which I think is the bonus. I absolutely love that. I do know you're going to be giving away a freebie for the
Yes.
audience. And I want you to explain it. Just tell them like kind of what it's about and everything like that, and then tell everybody the word to drop inside the comments so that they can snag it because you're amazing, and then they can like get to be more people in your world, which would be great, right? So
I
then you
love
have
it. It's
more
like
warm
getting
leads.
more people. It's like
Yeah, no,
more friends.
exactly.
It's so good. So what we do is we host a collaboration room. I'll say every month right now, but we will bump that up as we have more and more people. The idea with the collaboration room is to bring the right type of people together and then make those honest connections. So it's an hour long of very intentional breakout rooms where we don't want it to be the 45-second say your pitch, blah, and you throw up on everybody and then everybody leaves kind of like, eh. So it is curated, it is intentional, and bringing people together is our joy. It's our absolute joy. Inside of that space, you'll meet really great people. That also leads into more relationships. I just got a reply back from one of our attendees who met two, three people who's going to promote his new offer. That's not the intent, but it does work that way when you create intentional relationships. So collaboration room happening often. The word to put in the chat is partner. If you, yay,
We love
if
that.
you're looking for partners, you put a partner in the chat. We'll send you some more information and you can join us.
Awesome. I know. I'm just so excited to have you here. I probably could talk to you for like an hour or more. But it's such a good concept. It's just so streamlined, so beautifully focused. And I love that you're just so person centered and you can tell, right? Like you're like, I genuinely want to help other people connect with the right people so that they can like help their businesses or help their clients in the best ways possible. And I think that that's really probably a big, big component of your success for with you and Anne Marie because of the fact that you just genuinely love people and you can
Yeah.
totally tell. And I absolutely love that. So, but thank you so much for being with us today. It was an absolute pleasure to finally meet you. And yeah, so don't forget, guys, type partner in the chat, get her free link so that you guys can start meeting this wonderful person and joining her world. And I mean, I don't think there's any bad reason why they shouldn't do that. I mean, really, right? All the connections are just waiting for you on the other end of that link. So go ahead, type partner, put it in the comment section, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.